What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Tim back with another live stream. Don't have my super duper webcam today. Don't have the good microphone. Using the hostile Wi-Fi. So we'll see how this turns out. We will see how this turns out. See if anybody tunes in. See how this is going. Let me check on the YouTubes real quick. Just make sure we got this going. I always like to check, make sure we're golden. Looks like we're good. Okay, cool. That's okay. People tuning in. Okay. Angela, Chef, Tired 2019, Kiera, Cheeto. How's it going? Chat fam in the building. Yes. So as the title says, and hopefully I spelled everything correctly, I am currently in New Orleans, Louisiana. It was on my list of places to go. Been saying for a while I was going to go. The other day I was just like, screw it. Like I hadn't been on a trip for a while. I don't know what was wrong with me. Hadn't been on an airplane, hadn't been on a trip. I was like, screw it. I'm going down to Nolans. You know what I mean? So we're here. And I got to be honest with you. I've spent most of my time in my hostel. Like you can see, I was pleasantly surprised at how awesome my hostel is. Okay. It's got a queen bed. It's got two bunk. This is my own room. Like whenever I get a hostel, I get my own room. So it's got bunk beds. It's got a queen bed. Let y'all see the bed. You know what I mean? Nice sized bed over there. Got the bunk beds. Beautiful hostel. So pleasantly surprised by the hostel. Also pleasantly surprised by the amount of humidity in the air out there, folks. You know what I mean? I'm from Florida, down bottom, spent most of my life Florida and Georgia. I got to admit, these past few years being up in Montana and Colorado, I think my body has like shifted. You know what I mean? I think my body temperatures and my body regulators have shifted. I'm not going to hold you all. Every time I go outside, after about 30 minutes, I start like sweating through my clothes. Like I had this shirt on the other day. I was out for about a couple hours, maybe. This whole shirt was sweat through. Like people started looking at me crazy. Like I was sweating so much. It was crazy. I'm like, what? Like I'm just like I hadn't even drank that many liquids. And then when I got home, I really found out why they was looking at me so crazy. My pant, like my legs were sweating. My legs were sweating so bad that it like the crotch of my pants looked like was like soaked. It was crazy. I'd never been outside in the humidity and got a moist crotch before. Like it was crazy. Like it literally looked like I'd peed my pants. It literally looked like I had peed my pants. Like my legs were sweating. My crotchals was moist. It was crazy. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna spend some time in this AC. And I just got to put this out there. No disrespect to anybody who, from New Orleans really likes New Orleans. It just ain't my vibe, folks. It's just not my vibe, folks. You know what I mean? It's chilling. I went, seen the Mississippi River, went to Bourbon Street, walked around a little bit. Just not my vibe. I don't know what it is. I'm glad I'm here. I love coming places and seeing new things. But it's just really not my vibe. Like, it's different. It's cool. But like, y'all know me. I get jumped on for this a lot of places I go, and I'm just like, the hostel's cool. It's got good air conditioning. A lot of people on the street playing music. It's cool. The Mississippi River is as muddy as always. It's just not. See, likely lost. You get me. I don't like. I can't really put my finger on why it's not my vibe. Like, I'm not a big city person anyway. So, like, if I go to a city, it has to have a lot of like the type of stuff I like, or it just doesn't really work for me. So, like, I don't know, just not enough. I like parks. I like water. Like the Mississippi River is cool, but like it'd be muddy. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just not energies. I'm learning this too. I'm learning this energy. And you know what's crazy? When this is something I learned just recently. I was laying in bed thinking about it this morning. Um, when you road trip, right, and you drive in a vehicle, and I think even on a bus, um, maybe not as much on the train, but like when you road trip, as you like travel where you're going, you're close enough. You're like you're on the ground, so the energies can shift with you, right? When you fly in a plane, like you still have the same energy kind of around you that like or your body's still in that same vibrational state as where you left. So I was totally in like Denver energy, Denver vibes, Colorado energy, Colorado vibes when I came here, and then when I stepped out the airport, or actually when I got to my hostel and was like actually in the city, like the energies collided. There's a totally different energy from like Denver, Colorado, and New Orleans, Louisiana, and they totally different. So I was just like the first time I was walking around, it just was I don't know. I'm realizing this. I'm just like I just feel like the energy clash was just amazing. Was like not amazingly good, but like amazing. It was just crazy when I first got here. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's always cool to go somewhere new and have your feet touch a part of the earth you've never touched before. Um, like I said in the description box, I'm not saying that my flight here has been the best part of this trip so far, but I'm also not saying that. I'm not saying that the two Delta flights it took me to get here were the best part of this trip so far, but I'm also not saying that. Shout out to the good folks over at Delta who always take care of me. But you got to go places. Steve, yes, it's very hot. It's hot and it's humid. But you got to go places to like realize, it's maybe not your vibe. But in yeah, Jay Cortez, they gave me snacks. I had some of them sun chips. It's a very small bag of sun chips on the flight, but they give you sun chips. Well, they had sun chips, cookies, almonds, all that. I just got me a ginger ale and some sun chips. I was good to go. But like you have to go places to realize may not be your vibe. And also in New Orleans defense, I remember Seattle I didn't used to like, and then I went back and spent more time there, and like I really like Seattle now. It's like I really like Seattle. So maybe, especially like when a lot of places I come to, I don't have a vehicle. I just, wherever I'm staying, that's kind of, my center, and I just go out from there. So, and see, I remember when I first was going to Seattle, I wasn't going far enough out to see the parts of the city I liked. So I'm like, maybe that's here. Another thing too, I'm not a foodie. So like I literally have eaten at the same Chinese restaurant every meal here. Like legit. I've eaten the same Chinese restaurant 4 meals already. And I'm gonna eat dinner tonight there too. So like I'm not a foodie. So, a lot of people come to New Orleans, they want the Cajun food. I just don't like that. you know. So I don't know. I mean, it's cool. Like I'm not downing it. It wasn't what I was expecting. But the hostel is amazing. So I'm like, yesterday I literally was in my room. I watched like a whole season of The Mentalist. I'm getting my money's worth out of my HBO Max. And tonight, the playoffs start with the WNBA, so we good. So we just got to, pass a few more hours, and then, we're good to go. There was a cemetery I did see on the way here, likely lost. I'm glad you said that because there was a cemetery I saw on the way here. I was like, "Ooh, that'd be cool to go back to," but I don't remember where it was at. But I probably won't. Nah, I probably won't get to it. I'll tell you, we gonna go out later and get some Chinese food, and probably come back, and like that's gonna be it until we leave to go to the airport tomorrow. Yeah, just new experiences. It's all about new experiences. But it'd been a minute since I'd been on a plane, so I don't think I've been on a plane since February, which is crazy. So like, and I've been booking flights and canceling them, so I had a bunch of e-credits, and I still do in my Delta account. So I was like, we're going somewhere, and New Orleans was on the list, so we crossed that off. Cross that off the list. We here. Cross that off the list. Did that, and so now I think I think I'm back. You know what I mean? I was telling my roommate that I was like, I'm back, man. I'm ready to. The fog is lifted. The funk is lifted. Whatever I was going through is about to be fall again. Fall is like my premier time for traveling. I don't know why, but fall I really get to. Maybe it's not so hot. Um, Danielle, I got my own room in the hostel, so there's nobody staying with me. Oh, somebody else asked the price. Um, I think it was just a little over $100 a night, which is great because like you can see it's got bunk beds, it's got a queen bed. Sorry, like that's you see that's how hot it was that my clothes are all sweat through. I got them in the window drying. It's got the bunk beds here. That's a good price. So yeah, it was like a little over $100 a night, and then you got to pay the $4 Hostel International fee, membership fee per night, whatever. But yeah, I'm very happy with the hostel. Like it was. I've stayed in a lot of hostels. This is probably one of the best ones I've stayed in. The one in Washington D.C. was nice too. This one's nice. Bathroom, got my own bathroom. So it's like a hotel room. And if you know anything about New Orleans, it's crazy expensive. The hotels are crazy expensive. Like all the really fancy hotels are right down the road. I've never seen so many fancy high end hotels in non fancy high end parts of town. Anyway, Godson, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Godson, Super Chat Squad, I appreciate that love. Thank you. Said Godspeed, Tim, but you have to stop your middle age. We are still bucks till 50. Okay, okay, appreciate that. I mean, I am middle aged. Maybe the connotation that a lot of people put on middle aged is negative, but like I am middle aged. Like I probably, got 80 of them, 80 of these turns around if I'm fortunate. So I am middle aged, but that's not negative. The eyesight may not be what it used to be, and there's other little aches and pains, but we still doing it. We still out here, So yeah. I'm a buck till 60. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Mark. I'm sure I could find a $55 a night motel, but I'm chilling. We good. We good. We chilling. Yeah, Mark. There's lots of if you've been around to get your own room in a hostel, yeah, that's about normal. That's about normal. $100 a night in a hostel. Yeah, that's about normal. It's way cheaper if you want to share a room, but you know me, I'll be trying to. I'm very gassy, so I don't. I can just imagine coming in as stanky and sweaty as I was, and being in a room with other people. They would have looked at me like, "What?" Ryan said to put Switzerland on my bucket list. The whole Earth. I feel like is places I want to visit. Okay, hold on 1 second. I just can't with the negativity. I can't. Sorry, sorry. I had to put you too much negativity. Yeah, the whole Earth is on the bucket. I'd love to go to Switzerland one day. We just got a few other places we're trying to hit next, but yeah, I'd love to go to Switzerland. Every time I see like a truly like breathtaking mountainous view or something, like how like on your desktop it'll put new pictures up, and I'll see something. I'm like, dang, it's always like Switzerland or Glacier National Park. Yeah, that's on the list. Hey, Wax Slim, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wacko Slimo, thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Chat Squad. Don't have coffee today. Well, I had it earlier, still on the decaf, but we got smart water. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Chat Squad. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Thank you. Maribel, I don't think I'm gonna be doing a walk and talk here. Nah. I wanted to. Everywhere I go, I'm trying to walk. Nah, I don't think we're gonna do it here. It just nah. No, I don't think we're gonna get one done here. So I wanted to, but that's why I'm doing the stream. I'm like, well, kind of have to do something to show I was here, but I don't think we're gonna be pulling the camera out, walking around here. Mm-mm. QW, yeah, you definitely Denver, man. Denver's a beautiful city. Now, Denver's a city you can go to and You know, Denver's cool. I like Denver. And I think part of the reason I'm kind of spoiled at like living and like spending time in cities that are like the places I like makes other places I go to just seem kind of like, eh. You know what I mean? If you can't see mountains, you know what I mean? While you're running, roaming around the city, I'm kind of like, you know what I mean? Barry, yeah, I've seen lots of, well, some live music. And I think the later at night you go out, the more live music there is. But yeah, there's people on several streets just playing music, likely lost. Exactly. Exactly. You see, you've been here, Nah, yeah, we keeping it pretty. You, no, you don't need to stop. I'm with you. Like why didn't nobody tell me? Actually, y'all did say that. Hey, Ricky, that's awesome. You got your resolve this time. That's awesome. That's awesome. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. Sacramento is the best hostel ever. Now I want to go see that. I'll tell you, I love hostels. Like I really, the United States has some of the most expensive hostels in the world, apparently. But I really like staying in them. I've been to a few, so maybe I have to go to Sacramento check that out. James has a good point. Denver's nice. Estes Park is cool too. If you want the very small town kind of vibe, Estes Park is awesome. If you want the city experience, Denver is I would definitely, if you come to Denver and you got a spare night, I would spend a day and a night in Estes Park. Like, yeah, Estes Park is cool. Do I plan on visiting Philly? It's not on the list currently. I might make it through there one day, but it's not on the list. It's not on the list. Rookery Advanced Life said, "What do you find better about Delta than other airlines?" I haven't really flown any other airline but Frontier, so I can't really speak to it being better than the other majors because it's the only one I've flown. But like, I just always have a good experience. Never had any issues. The food's good, the people are nice, the movies are good. I watched Beverly Hills Cop flying out here. So like, I don't know how it compares to other airlines, but I know like it's awesome. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you meet somebody and you start dating and they're awesome. You know, you may not know how they compare to everybody else in the world, but you're like, she's awesome to me. Let's keep dating. So like that's how it is with Delta. Like I haven't dated anyone else, but like Delta seems pretty cool. So they never let me down. They haven't cheated. So I just keep flying Delta. Dina, yeah, I got here Monday and I'm leaving tomorrow. Nah, nah, Lou, we ain't been to Magnolia. Nah, nah. James, yeah, I'm a big Locks fan. Yeah, Terminator LOX, that was a good song. That was a good song. Nice video too. Yeah, I'm a big Locks fan. I've been a Locks fan since probably when Recognize came out years ago. JP Stone, I just always wanted to go to New Orleans. It just seemed like a cool place. So just came. I'm like that. Like, I'll just something will pop in my head and I'll be like, I want to go there. And it stayed in my head. So, and the flight was relatively inexpensive. Tell you, flights are going down. Plane flights are going up. Plane prices, flights prices are going down. Dev, I use booking.com for all my bookings, for all my hotels and hostels and stuff. I use booking.com. Every now and then I'll use hotels.com, but I don't know. Like I just don't. Sometimes there'll be like a specific hotel I want to stay in, because I might have been looking on Google Maps and there'll be a specific hotel I want to stay in because of the location or something, and it's not on Booking. So I'll have to use hotels.com. And I think I got like some free nights on hotels.com. So sometimes I'll use one of those, but 98% of the time I use booking.com. Like, and once you get to like, I wish they had more levels, but I think they got like a level 3 Genius Rewards member now, and you get some pretty good discounts. So Jack of Cars just got back went from MIC to North Dakota. Nice. Nice. That's a trip you don't hear a lot of people taking. Rain the Big Easy is, human. Not. Uh, M Channel. I've not been to Miami or Key West. They're. I feel like Key West might be on the list one day. If I'm in Florida and someone's like, "Hey, you want to go to Key West?" Maybe, but I don't know. I'm from Florida, so I don't know. Retired 2019. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Chat Squad. So Tim, I recently took a Delta flight to Miami, and the pilot went out of his way to circle around the airport 3 times because of the weather delay to land. Hey, I mean, hey, at least he got you down. At least he got you down. Super Chat Squad. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Yeah, I hate those. Telling you, that's the one part of flying that kind of gets me is if they have to do that circle. Like if it's been like a 5-hour flight, and then they have to circle, because you'd be ready to land. You get to that point, I already be out this plane, and then they have to circle, and then you don't know when you're going to land. That's what gets me, because they've already said, oh, we're 30 minutes out, about to make our descent or whatever. They're like, oh well, we got to do some circling, and your mind has been like, all right, I'm gonna be on the ground in 30 minutes. Now you're like, I don't know when I'm gonna be on the ground. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that always gets me. I'm just like, please, can we just land this plane? Can we just get down? Oh, here's something. Here's something. Super Chat Squad. Thank you, retired 2019. This was the first time I flew from Denver to Atlanta, had like an hour half layover, then from Atlanta to New Orleans. Never had 2 window seats before, because I always book aisle seats. I sit in the aisle as far back as possible, always. But this time, since I only booked the flight 2 weeks ago, the flights out, all they had was window seats. So I never had window seats before. And both times I had to like use the bathroom like 30 minutes before we were landing. And I was praying they did no circling, and they didn't, because I was like, I can hold it. If we get on the ground, I can hold it, another 20 minutes for the plane to empty. I'm like, I can hold it for about an hour. I can hold it for 30, 40, 50 minutes. Longer than that, it's going to be a problem. Because I know if I'm at the window seat, I'm not trying to get up and go, no, no. The first flight, the people were asleep. Like the dude was kind of scaring me because he got on the plane and he immediately just was like, I was like, is this dude sick? But he was just like, I think he was hungover. So they were both like passed out. The people who sat next to me on the first flight. The second flight, I don't think they were asleep, but it would have been awkward. The lady was reading her book. Yeah. So, but on the flights back, I got aisle seats. Aisle seats. Yeah. But yeah, that was the first time I ever had window seats. And then like it was weird because I like to keep the windows up when I'm in the window seat. And I think like the people who were trying to sleep were wanting me to like close the window, but they just kept looking at it and they wouldn't say anything. I was like, well, if you don't say nothing, I'm like, not to mention I paid for this window seat and window, so I'm gonna have it up. Anyway, Coffee Black. I'm not sharing. I have my own room, so I'm not sharing a room in the hostel. But if you're normally you do, yeah. And I've been in hostels where I had my own room, but the bathroom was shared too. But actually, if you're at a nice hostel like this one, the bathrooms will be clean. I've been to some hostels where I peeked in the bathroom and I was like, oh hell no. But like if you're at a nice one, the bathrooms will be clean. And I got my own bathroom here. Hey, Jake, glad you like the recommended reading list. Nice. Chelsea, the big easy, not so easy. Yeah, it has its own vibe. I'll say that. It definitely has its own vibe. Oh yeah, Tori. When I don't stay in a hotel or hostel, I use Airbnb. Well, I use Airbnb when I use Airbnb. Um, but yeah, booking for everything else. And booking and hotels.com have like local home rentals and things on them now too. I'm starting to see more of that. Barry, I have been to Alaska. Yes. 3 times. 3 times, I think. Yeah, I think I've been there 3 times. Never been to Puerto Rico. Never been to Death Valley. Never been to Delaware. This is bad. Somebody mentioned somewhere I've been. Hakeem, I don't look at crime stats before I go somewhere. Nah. I feel like, and no disrespect, who does, but I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I try not to tap into any negativity before I go somewhere. Like if I want to go somewhere, I go there. I try to stay in a good part of town. But like I feel like looking at crime stats is like tapping into the negativity. So I just go, you know, and just try to, do the best I can. Nikki, I mean, excuse me, Ricky. The reason we see the world the way we are is because the world isn't a certain way. It would be impossible to see the world the way it is because there is no the way it is. The world is how we see it. You can only see the world through the lens of you, and everyone does that. So there is no set way the world is. There couldn't be. You know, we would all have to see the world the same. You know what I mean? So like the world is as you perceive it, which that's a hard concept I think for a lot of people to grasp. There is like we think that like, oh, the world is this is reality, and then we all see it different. No, there is no one set world is this reality. We just all see it different. That's why there's no normal. Like it's yeah, that's why two people can be in the same world and your reality can be totally different from mine because there is no set reality. Each of us determines reality for ourselves. And once you realize that, you start to see why, like, some people seem to affect their world around them and all these wonderful, awesome things seem to happen. That's why manifestation, law of attraction, all that works because, like, we all create our own reality, in my opinion. P-Dub, yes. Every seasonal job I've worked, they've always wanted me to like come back or stay longer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm a good worker. If you're a good worker, I don't want you to stay. I mean, you just think about it. If you're a boss and someone comes to work for you and they're a good worker, and your employees turn over every 4 months, you're definitely going to try to get the good people back. You know. So yeah. Hey Michelle, thank you, thank you, thank you. PayPal squad, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna use that on chicken wings. Well, the Chinese place get chicken wings and fries. The Chinese restaurant here is off the chain, by the way. I like them. Hey Zion, good luck on your new travel journey. Glad my videos could be inspirational. Good luck, have fun. Left your job, about to start. Hey, that's it. The world's about to open up. About to open up. That's awesome. That is awesome. Lost trying to do busking in a big city. I feel you. Hey, the same way you got the courage to do it in when the first time you did it, same way to get the courage to do it in the big city. Hey, what's the worst that happen? You get out there and nobody gives you any money. But at least you did it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it doesn't matter if you think you're good enough. It just matters if the people like it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. You out there to play, do it. You got this. You got this. You got this. Anyone who can busk, I think that takes a level of courage that most of us normal people don't have. If you can stand on the corner and do whatever it is right in front of people, that takes a level of courage most people ain't got. You got this. You already got it in you. You already got it in you. Let us know how it goes. Let's know how much money you make. What all have I done since I've been here? I walked down Bourbon Street and I walked over by the Mississippi River and then I just walked around town and I got Chinese food. I don't do much. I don't do like, and I'd stare out the window and watch the cable car go by. I do that a lot. And then I laid in bed and watched about a season of The Mentalist. Um, and so I watched Rick and Morty today. That's really all I've done. M. Scott, yes, worth going. I mean, anywhere I go is worth going for the experience. Every trip's not going to be just best trip ever, but like it's somewhere I've never been. So like I know things about New Orleans I never knew. You know what I mean? So like every trip to me, I feel like is worth it. Like I go for the going, and I earned some Scott miles. So hey, appreciate you telling people to hit the thumbs up button, Ricky. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. James, sending the video to your pops. Okay, okay. What's up, Kevin? Godson said I should check out Eugene, Oregon. I'd love to get up to Oregon. I want to actually road trip to Oregon. Actually, this would probably be a good time. This time of year. Actually want a road trip to Oregon. I see you, Cyan. Say it's a next trip to Detroit. Cyan, I might. I might. Like I was telling me and my roommate saying I was talking the other day, and I was like, I always pick on Detroit, but I've never been there. I was like, I think I need to go to Detroit just to see what it's like, just because I always pick on it, and I've never been there. And I always talk about people who pick on stuff that they've never done, and I'm doing it. So like, I might have to go up to Detroit, man. And if I come back and I'm like, yep, it's everything I said it was, but I might be pleasantly surprised. I might have to Detroit. You're right, Sayed. May have to happen. Hey, Jeffrey, thank you. Jeffrey, appreciate that. Super Chat Squad, appreciate the love, Jeffrey. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a wonderful, is today Wednesday? It's Wednesday. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday, and I appreciate that support. Thank you so much. Super Chat Squad in the building. HD, I don't know how many states I've traveled to because I never took, count. I just be traveling, so I'm not really sure. The lakefront near the university? Oh, okay. I might look that up. Yeah, see, I just don't be knowing where to go, so I just walk around. Yeah, man, I'm excited about the Chinese place here. That's worth it. How do I feel about the change in environment and routine so far? You mean coming here? I mean that's part of it. Is switching up your routine, being somewhere different. Like what I mean. I love experiencing new places and just seeing the vibe and getting out of my comfort zone and having to figure things. Even if I'm here a couple days, just having to figure things out and like that's the I like that. It breaks me out of my normal routine, gets me out the house. I appreciate. Trust me, I will appreciate it when I get back to Denver. And I left my car at a airport. I had never parked my car at one of the parking spots in the Denver airport, so I did that this time. So it's a new experience. All these little new experiences coming out of this trip. That's how I look at life. You know, Some trips I go on and I'm blown away and I'm like, oh man. Some trips I go on, I'm like, that was fun. This will be a that was fun, you know. But there's a ton of new experiences, just that I wouldn't have had if I'd stayed at home. So that's what I love about travel is it's you never know what it's going to be. You never know what it's going to be, how it's going to turn out, what you're going to learn. So yeah. I have not been to Whittier, Alaska. The whole town lives in one big high-rise building. Yeah, I think I'll pass. I think I'll pass. Antoine, I have not been to the Big Popeyes off Canal. No, I've only been going to the Chinese restaurant, and I went in Walgreens to get some water. That's one of the biggest things when I go places is water. It's always a hassle for me to like. Here's why. Because I always walk around when I'm exploring with my backpack, and a lot of downtowns when I'm in big cities. When I'm in the burbs or whatever, you can just walk into the gas station and grab a bunch of water. But like a lot of these big cities, you got to go in like Walgreens, CVS, or if they do got like stores, all of them got like security. They don't want you coming in with backpacks. You know what I mean? It's always a hassle. It's always a hassle. So I have to like come back to my hotel, put my backpack down, go back and walk down to the CVS, get some water. It's always a hassle getting water. Always a hassle getting water. They need to just start leaving cases of water in the hotel rooms. Danielle, when I travel, I typically don't have specific places I want to go when I go somewhere, unless it's like just maybe somewhere I'm like, oh, when I go there, I want to see that. Like for instance, like Seattle, I was like, I want to go to Pike's Market when I go to Seattle because I had looked it up and it looked cool. But most places I just show up. Like here, I just showed up. I just showed up. And as far as locations, like so I'll just see something or someone will say something, and I'll be like, I want to go there. I just kind of like now I kind of want to go to Detroit just because I was talking about it. And if I go to Detroit, I might do a little research. I'll try to find the good part of town. But yeah, I just show up in places and explore. Like I like that. Like I don't like having a bunch of places. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. Like I like being surprised. If I do too much research, it seems like I already know what's going to happen. I like to show up somewhere and be like, no clue, no clue. Let's just figure it out. You know what I mean? Which sometimes means I don't always do the stuff in that city I probably would have enjoyed the most. But it's a learning experience. Yeah. Asia said the D's just terrible as a reputation. Oh, the river's cool. Okay, all right. So good to know. Hang out by the river. Okay, give me a nice hotel by the river. Got you, Steve. Well, part of the reason with the no walk and talk is I really haven't been able to find a cool area. You know what I mean? There's for me in the walk and talks I like to do. There's kind of a science of views, and I really haven't seen any views that like you know that were long enough for me to do a 10-15 minute video. What's up, Alex? Yeah, but if I get a camelback, we're going to fill the camelback up. Same problem, you know? Yeah, Launchpad. It's humid here. It is humid here. I probably should have pushed this back to the to the fall. Like it is. I was like, it can't just. I'm looking. Nobody else is sweating like me. I'm looking around, but everybody else just like walks from their hotel to like dinner. Like no one's walking around. That's my thing. Like I'll walk around for like 2 hours. Of course you're gonna sweat. I don't see anybody else with crotch sweat like me, but yeah, I realize no one else walks as much as I walk. I just be out walking. So yeah, it's human. Sorry, Corey Gummith. I ain't gonna hate on Detroit no more. I told you I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go now. Derek, appreciate you saying that. I try to be real. Try to be real. Nor I'm staying in a hostel room. I'll give you all the. There's the there's the bed, and then it's got bunk beds. Pretty nice bathroom too. It's a nice hostel. I was surprised. When I checked in, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna like this." As soon as I walked outside the hostel, I was like, Mississippi. Ooh, I don't know. I do talk a lot of crap about Mississippi. Um, I don't know. I could see going to Mississippi one day. If I ever road trip to Florida again, I'll probably stop in Mississippi. Drew, yeah, man, we back out here. It feels good to be back out traveling. I'm only here a couple days. Corey cometh. Only a couple days. EB 918. I do not particularly like amusement parks. Like I'll go, but I don't ride nothing. I'll just walk around. Typical me. I'll just walk around. Desert Depth. I do not live in my car. I have an apartment in Colorado. I don't look for jobs, Michael. Nah. The rate this hostel, I think it was 100 something a night, a little over $100 a night. I think I've been through Iowa before. I think have I? I feel like I've been through Iowa on the bus. I feel like I've been through Iowa before on the bus. It's a private room, Nor. Yeah, yeah. I always get a private room. Yeah. Um, I always get a private room. I think once. I think in Mexico, I booked a hostel and it was shared, and I was like, nah, I don't like it here. So I didn't stay. That was the time I already had a hotel, and I was like, man, I was there for like 2 weeks, and I was like, man, I want to meet some people. So I was like, I'll book a room in the hostel. And I was like, I'll stay there a couple nights and meet some people. And as soon as I checked in, I was like, nah, I don't think I want to be here. So yeah, I always get my own room. Wise Fox. I mean, it depends. I've stayed in a few hostels around that price point. And it depends on the city. Like all the hotels in New Orleans are crazy expensive. Like these are some of the most expensive hotel rooms I've seen in the country in New Orleans, like for real. Especially when you see them, but where they're located. So like this same room in another city probably wouldn't have been as much. But for here, that was a deal. I because I've been looking. I was gonna come earlier in the year, and like they was always sold out of the private rooms, and I was like, I ain't paying $250 a night for a regular hotel room. Like I'm not doing it, So 100 a night is cool. It's cool. It's cool. Ava, what's up? What's up? Good to see you. Did you get my last Twitter message? You probably did. Sent it a couple days ago. Yeah, I have no clue why the hotels here are so expensive. I'm like, what? I'm like, this is crazy. Like, nah, nah. I like hostels over hotels, even though I don't really associate with a lot of people. I do like the fact that there's a lot of people typically milling around, and I like the fact that it's usually like travelers and kind of just you get a different type of people at hostels. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'd be more likely to like run into someone cool to talk to, or like hostels are just kind of a more chill vibe. Hotels are very a lot of times, you know what I mean? Hostel just it's a different vibe. People be showing up with backpackers and just all this is more of a chill vibe to me. So I like hostels. Okay, Avi, you did get it. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, yeah. Take your time, respond whenever. Just want to make sure you got it. Cool, cool, cool. Good to see you. Killing it with that content, by the way. Killing it with the content. Loving it, loving it. I'm watching. Seeing your subscriber numbers go up. I see. I'll be watching. I'll be watching. James, I do not like water parks. If this is how much I like amusement parks, this is how much I like water parks. Me and water aren't the best of, I shower. That's about it. I drink water and I shower. That's about it. So water parks are, nah, nah. Financial conversations. How far away from Mariana did I live? When I was in Chattahoochee, when I lived in Chattahoochee, was that probably about 30 minutes? We used to be in Mariana a lot. Yeah, we was always in Mariana. That's the Walmart we went to. That was like the closest Walmart. So probably like 30 minutes when I lived in Chattahoochee. Yeah, they're proud of their hotels, Drew. They're proud of their hotels here in New Orleans. They're proud of them. Chase Terry, no, I'm not really going to visit different neighborhoods. I mean, I'm on foot, so like, and people who follow my channel for a while know that like this is what I do. I go places and like I'll find a couple cool spots. I'll usually do a video, and then I hang out in the hotel. If I find a spot I like, I'll go there like every day. Like when I was in Seattle last time, I went and walked over there by Pike's Market where they got all those parks by like the waterfront. I would just went and walk that like every day. I'll just find something I like and I'll do that every day. I'll eat at the same restaurant and then I just hang out in my hotel. I'm definitely not a cram it all in, let's do a bunch of stuff person. Like I basically do the same stuff I do at home in different cities. You know, if I want to find some water, find a park, nice, Chinese restaurant, maybe a Subway. I peeped the Subway. I peeped the Subway here. So I heard Subway. I'm just very, I feel like if I ever find a travel companion, that's when I'll do the other stuff. Because I just feel like a lot of the other stuff by yourself is, you know what I mean? Like when it's just me, I'm like, I'll just hang out at the park, sit by the water, I'm pretty chill person. Y'all know me. I don't, hey, thanks. I thought about taking the streetcar. I did. I said I might take the streetcar, but I don't know if it's free or not. I was like, I ain't paying. Do I need an app? Financial conversations. I have definitely thought about hiking the AT. I would love to hike the AT. Like this would be a perfect next summer. Would be like a perfect or whenever the time of year people do it. Would like next year would be a perfect time in my life to do it. I just don't want to do it by myself. So, and all my friends who said they want to do it aren't really going to do it. So I don't know. I might look into it. But yeah, I would. This would be a perfect time in my life to do it. I think. Give me something to do for a couple of months. But I'm not. See, here's my thing about the AT. I'm not like trail friendly, or maybe I would be. I don't know. I just it just seems very friendly, and I'm like I just want to like walk the. Yeah, I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to like hike. I don't know. I don't know. Chase Terry, I am not a foodie, so I enjoy eating the foods I like to eat. So I get more enjoyment walking past a restaurant and like looking at it than like going in new restaurants and like eating. Once again, if I had a travel partner, and she was like, "We gonna eat here today," I'd be like, "All right," but like me by myself, nah. Nah. I'm just like, where the Chinese place at? Actually, that was why I booked this hostel because I remember seeing there was a Chinese place close by, and I was like, "Well, we're staying there. We're eating there." You know, I just, I'm very, very simple. Like, food is more of like a chore for me some days you know, than like pleasure. Like, I feel blessed to be able to eat every day, but sometimes I'm like, dang, it's time to eat dinner again already. Like, I don't know. I'm just not a foodie. Maya, I've been through Ohio on the bus before many times, but I've never really spent any time in Ohio. But I've been through it on the bus many times. City Park. I was looking at that today. I saw that. I was Googling. and I saw New Orleans City Park, and I was like, I might try to get over there, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. Maybe if I come again. Yeah, James, I don't do the water parks. If I'm at an amusement park and they have a water park section, I kind of do enjoy watching people on water rides. I enjoy the splashy splash, especially when people don't see it coming. I could sit all day by the water section of the water park section of like Busch Gardens and watch people get splashed by water. That I could do. I'm gonna be that old man. But actually getting on the ride, uh, yeah, I'm not a ride person. I told you I'm very basic. Yeah, I probably won't come back here. No, I might. All the places I'm like, I don't like that. I end up back. I'm telling you, I end up back in places that I initially didn't like sometimes. So we'll see. We'll see. I went to Chicago, Abdur. I didn't go to the South Side. I went to Chicago though and had a blast. I really liked Chicago. Chicago was cool. Chicago was cool. I would definitely go back to Chicago again. Had fun in Chicago. Yeah, it was a cool city. Didn't go South Side though. Didn't go South Side. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Launchpad. Yeah, yeah. There's been some characters already. Yes, already been some characters. Yeah, 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 yeah. I, one dude was growling. Yeah, it's already some characters. Yeah. Hmm. I have not been to New Zealand, Big P90. A lot of people want to go to New Zealand. I've noticed a lot of people, most of them Lord of the Rings fans, but a lot of people want to go to New Zealand. I'm going to enjoy being here. I don't know about the Cajun food though. Simply me journey. I think we just going to have the Chinese food. I'm very basic, very basic. Andrew, I'm good. I'm good. I'm blessed. Haven't been to Tacoma. No. Only when I'm in Washington, I've only been in Seattle. So I do want to do like Oregon and Washington, like road trip it. That would actually be cool to do this year. If I don't do it this fall, I'm gonna do it next fall. I probably won't get to it this fall, but like next fall, that'd be cool. Mary said, if you settle down, check out the Iowa Hills, California. 90 people. No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Thanks for the recommendation, though. I don't need to be off grid. I think that's a common misconception people have about me. I don't need to be off grid. Like I'm good. I like air conditioning and being connected to the grid. I'm not gonna hold you. I got, even if when I get some land and put my little shack up or whatever, it's gonna be on grid. It's gonna be on grid. Bambino, I just came because I've never been here. A lot of places I go, I just go because I've never been there. So never been here. So I was like, you know what? It was bothering me that I hadn't been on a plane in a while, hadn't traveled anywhere. I'm like, Tim, you're losing your travel card, your nomad card. So I was like, just booked a few days here. Ooh, solar AC. Ooh, that's what they use solar for AC. Okay, okay, okay. Hey, respect. Would I visit Portugal? It's not on the list anywhere. I mean, if someone was like, "Hey, you want to go to Portugal?" Sure, I'd go. But like, I don't know if I'm have any desire to go there anytime soon. DC Brit 2003. Hey, Gabriel Traveler is the man. Gabe is that dude. Bro, like I don't as far as just like long term travel, like Gabe has been doing it. Gabe was doing it when I first looked into travel. And he'd been doing it for years. He'd been doing it like 20 years or so. It's crazy. Yeah, it's simply me. So on grid for me. Facts. I'm telling you, man. I like, you know, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't mind, you know, having a little garden and some stuff like that. And like when I get some land, like it would be cool to eventually have some setup so that like if the power went out, I could still, get electric, but like if the grid is there, I'm like, why not use it? Yeah, I've been to have I been I've been to Nebraska. I'm trying to remember, was it Omaha? I think it was Omaha. I think it was Omaha. Yeah, I've been to Nebraska. Yeah, yeah. Delilah, have not tried the gumbo yet. My roommate asked me that. He said, "You can get some of that gumbo." I was like, "Nah, I think I'm good. I don't need the gumbo guts. Not on Delta. Not on a Delta flight. I don't need the gumbo guts, y'all. I got an interesting stomach, so you know what I mean. Like, I don't. I'm telling you, I'm not a local food person. Like, I'll eat Subway. I'll eat Chinese food. Starbucks. Actually, I went to a different coffee place today. I went to PJ's Coffee. I didn't go to Starbucks. I'm not very food adventurous. Like, you know, maybe if they had Chinese gumbo at the Chinese place. Okay. Abdul, I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you have that one. Good luck joining. I actually did when I was a kid. My dad likes gumbo, so we used to go to Red Lobster and get the gumbo a lot, which seems weird, but I guess they had good gumbo. You mean when you're a kid, things just I know when we go to Red Lobster, Dad would buy the gumbo. So I mean, gumbo's okay. It's just not something I eat. I'm not against the local cuisine. I just like what I like. It's I understand why people go new places and want to experience a local cuisine, but it's just weird that people don't understand that I don't. That's all I'm asking. Just like I understand people being foodies and like wanting to experience new cuisine, I just ask people to be understanding that like I don't. Like I like what I like. I'm basic. So like just because you don't try something doesn't mean you're against it. You know, just because I like watching certain TV shows doesn't mean I'm against other TV shows. I just don't watch them. You know, Nick, I've never lived in a hostel rent free in exchange for volunteer work. I feel like that's more prevalent outside the country. So yeah, I think that's one of our things in general in the world is, and we all fall into it. Like if someone doesn't do something we do, we're like, what are you? It's like, nah, bro, just don't. Just don't. You know. Once again, I tell you, when you will start seeing me do different stuff when I find like a travel partner. This like if you ever want to see Tim do different stuff, it takes whoever I'm with being like, let's do this, and I'm like, okay. But left to my own devices, you know, I just do what I do. There has to be a reason, basically. I try the gumbo if somebody else was trying the gumbo with me, but just me, I'm like, why don't I just go get a Subway sandwich? Let's go skiing. Where are we gonna go skiing right now, Ari? Yeah, yeah, Abdul. I could join a travel group. That seems like a lot of people. I want a travel companion, not not companions. I'm not trying to do what all these other people want to do. I just want to be one person. Travel. Yeah, one person would travel, whatever. Travel group. That's now you have to ask 8 people. 8 people where we want to eat. Or if it's a group, they're gonna already have it planned out. Oh, today we're gonna eat so and so. Let's go on a cruise. Man, I feel like I'm saying a lot of no's today. Delilah says, "Sounds like I need a woman." I don't need one. No, not at all. I don't, not at all. That doesn't mean I'm against meeting a woman. I'm just saying I don't need one. That's the problem. I think with a lot of people, they need even our language. I need to find somebody. No, you don't need to find somebody. You want to find somebody. You might enjoy being with somebody, but you don't need somebody. That's the problem. People are too needy when they get in relationships, and then that's why they don't work. When you're complete unto yourself, you're fine. That doesn't mean you can't look and realize, oh, if I had someone else, this and this and this might happen. But you need to learn to be complete unto yourself. I don't know if I'd want a male travel partner, Abdur. It just would be kind of weird. I feel like it'd be kind of weird. Like, no. Dang, yeah, I'm having a good time. I can't complain. It's a learning experience. It's an adventure. Every trip is an adventure. So, like, short of something like awful happening, like, yeah, I'm good. And like I said, it's a wonderful hostel. The air is amazing. I'm catching up on all my shows. Catching up on all my shows. And we got WNBA basketball playoffs starting tonight. Do I have music in the background? What do you mean, like right now? No. Yeah, Jumonde. I'm not fancy like y'all. I'm not fancy like y'all. Y'all fancy. And props to y'all. You know, I just give me Subway and talk. Actually, I haven't been to Taco Bell in a while. Taco Bell by my house is ghetto, so I don't go. It's got like bullet holes in the door. Weird. Nothing else around my house is ghetto but the Taco Bell. Like everything, it's a Taco Bell's ghetto. I don't understand why. Oh, wow. I was reading that, Ricky. You retracted it. You took it back. Ephraim, I'm watching like old shows. So I'm getting caught up on Rick and Morty. Um, Honestly, I'd only watched like 2 episodes before, and now I'm in season 3, so that's cool. And The Mentalist, I'm getting caught up on. That's like from 2010. Like I got HBO Max for the month or two, so I've been watching the old shows. Yeah. See, Abdur, I'm sure there's lots of guy on guy travel partners. It's just not, thing I'm trying to do. Dudes, see, like dudes too, you get that testosterone. But I mean, like most of my friends are females in general. So like, even if I was to have a travel partner and we wasn't doing nothing, I think I would get along better with the female. Like, you know, for like a long term travel partner. Like now, me and my roommate are supposed to take a trip soon. If we still get to do it. So like that, yeah, cool. That's my boy. We'll go somewhere. But like a long term travel partner, I don't know if I can do it with a dude. Guy, okay, okay. Mhm. I see you, guy. Okay, all right. Oh, the comments back. Okay, Jim, are you struggling? Oh, so let's say, well, I'm focused on my finances and personal development. I get lonely as hell sometimes, bro. But I know I'm not ready for romance. So, hey, I mean, that's the that's that struggle spot, man. You know what I mean? Like that's that area where it's just like, yeah, like I know I'm not ready for romance. I know I'm not ready for nothing like long term or whatever. I'm focusing on this stuff over here. But loneliness, my only advice on that um is embracing the loneliness. You know, it's like this is just honestly, it's just chemicals in the brain. Loneliness is just chemicals in the brain. If you really want to take it back, that's just a chemical in the brain. Like loneliness is just something that is programmed into us, so we will procreate. So we will meet people, have sex, and procreate. That's why loneliness is programmed into us for on the romantic level. So we will just like hook up with people, have sex, make babies, keep the species going. So like if you if you can embrace it and just be all right, this is just the feelings that are going to pop up sometimes. I think because part of the problem is when we start talking about relationships and loneliness, we go beyond just like the actual feeling, and we make it this huge, larger than life. I need to meet someone, love of my life. All this stuff we've been taught our whole life comes in the mix. So like when you feel loneliness, you start like wanting to replace it with all the, you know what I mean? But if you just focus and realize it's just a feeling, you know, if you cut all that extra meeting someone, it'll be amazing, all that out, and you realize it's just a feeling and it'll go away in a few minutes. Especially if you stop listening to like romantic stuff or watching lovey-dovey stuff, it'll go away. Yeah, it's just a feeling I have to deal with because it just naturally occurs every now and then. It's not a big deal. I'm not ready for romance. I don't really want to meet nobody now. And I think that helps you to work through it. You know, I know me. Like if I'm not watching all this romantic stuff or listening to romantic music, every now and then those feelings pop up, but I'm just like, it's just a feeling that's going to pop up. You know, it's just like any other form of pain. You just have to deal with it. You know, if you break your arm, it's going to hurt. Eventually it goes away. It's just another form of pain, or there's nothing you can do. You just have to deal with it. So I think I just kind of embrace it. Like, hey, sometimes you get these lonely feelings, but it goes away. Oh, Rochelle, I like all types of different music. Country, I love classic rock, rap. Not a big R&B person. There's some I like, but not a big R&B person. I like a lot of the underground rap, like underground female rappers are my thing. Like a lot of the female rappers, like up and coming. Oh, I love it. YouTube just recommends them to me all the time. I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, pretty much most music. A lot of different music. Hey, said you're gonna Breckenridge? Nice, nice, nice. Claire, I got my own room. Yeah, I got my own room. You know me. Oh yeah, you see the Volkswagen shirt? It's got a nice picture on the back too. Okay, okay. Abdur is going in. Abdur is going in with his brotherly love, respect. He's true with his point out here. I love the comments because people. Thinking aloud, I do have siblings. Yes, yes, I have siblings. I am not close to any of my cousins. My cousins could walk past me right now on the street, and I would know it was them. I ain't seen my cousins. The people in life I call my cousins aren't my blood cousins. I got some people that I call my cousins, not blood cousins. My real blood cousins, I wouldn't. Nah, nah. Rookery van life. You can get your own room in a hostel, but it costs more. So like you have to book it. You know, when you're on the website booking it, you have to book your own room, and it costs more. I think I get my personality. I mean, like all of us, I think our personality is parts of our parents, and then parts of just us. Genetics. I don't know, but I mean, I do see parts of my parents in me a lot of times. Hello, Jennifer. 5.0 Jerry. It's hot. It's hot. Like the heat I can take. It's the humidity that's different for me. Um, since I've been, Colorado, Montana so long, I'm not used to the humidity. My body is just shedding water at an astounding rate. But the heat, yeah, I don't mind the heat. I mean, it's hot in Denver. It's the same temperature up here as it was down here as it is up there. Like it's in the high 90s in Denver, which is crazy. So the heat I can do. It's the humidity I'm not used to. I got my own room, so there's nobody in here with me. Shirley, hello, hello. Gavin, finally get a chance to catch the live. Nice. Yeah, you quit your job on Monday? Okay, nice, 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 nice. Oh, I remember, yeah, you was telling us about that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Glad you went through with it. On a scale from 1 to 10, how sketchy is it walking around soaking in the surroundings here? Um, with 10 being the sketchiest, some areas about a 7, some a 5. I don't drink, goddess, so I don't think a daiquiri and a snowball. I don't drink alcohol, so he's asking about the food. I've only been. I don't. When I go places, I typically don't eat the local foods. I eat the same stuff I eat back home. So I am enjoying the Chinese restaurant immensely. I'm gonna show you how much I'm enjoying it. This is this is this is my food for the past couple of days. So yes, I am enjoying the food here, but it's probably not the food you're asking about. Because I haven't eaten any of the local food. Nah, nah. Hey, irrationality, rational rationality. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Super chat squad said just watch out for the needles in the street. Okay, always, always, always. Head on a swivel, looking at the ground. Appreciate the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Super chat squad. I do not have a favorite comedian. I don't do favorites, but I have a lot of comedians I really love. Takara Williams is rapidly making her way, into my heart even more. But Bill Burr is another one. A lot of the greats, Richard Pryor, Carlin was cool. Robin Williams. There's probably too many, Tiffany Haddish. Too many comedians. I love a lot of comedians. I love a lot. I love stand-up comedy. A YouTube analytics reveal? What is that, Conquer? Probably not going to do it. But what is that? Where you show your analytics? Nah, we're not doing that. There's plenty of other YouTubers who do all that. They want to, some of the other YouTubers are always quick to want to show their stuff and respect. I just not that type of person. Raz, good to see you. Gemma, what are my plans for my trip this week? Here, more of the same. I was only here a couple days, so just did a little exploring, hanging out in the hostel. No big plans. I when I go places, I typically don't have plans. I just kind of, you know, walk around. Mainly, I just explore. I just walk around. I just like walking around new places. That really is sums up my life. I just like walking around new places, like just seeing stuff. Yeah, I've been skinny my whole life, Jamunda. Yeah, I never been big. Nah. I just have a hyper metabolism, so no matter like one time in my life, I got a little bigger, and I had to eat like an extra, I don't know how many thousands of calories a day. It was exhausting the amount of calories I had to eat to gain 10 pounds in a month. Like it was insane. Like it wasn't worth it. So yeah, I just have a hyper metabolism. So yeah, I can just eat and eat and eat, and my body just burns it. So it's cool that I'll never be like fat, but it's not cool because like I would like to be a little bigger, but it just takes more work than I'm willing to put in currently. Um, so pros and cons, as with everything in life, as with everything in life, you know. Yeah, people always say that, like Dan said, I'd love to have a high metabolism. You know, whatever you have, you always want the other. So, you know, me, I'm always like, dang, it must be nice to like all I had to do was like work out to get the shape I wanted, that'd be cool. You know what I mean? Like if I was big and then I could just work out just to get the right shape. In my mind, I'm like, I'd much rather want that than having to eat 10,000 calories a day or something crazy. That's just aggravating. But that's me because I've been on this side of it. People on the other side of it be like, oh, I'd love to have a hypermetabolism. I'm telling you, grass is always greener, and it's like, or it's always greener and it's never greener. But you know what I mean? So yeah, it's hmm. Ricky, I don't think I'm gonna be doing a walk here. It's just not that city. it's just, it's just not that. You know what I mean? Nah, it's just not. Yeah, yeah, it's just not that. It's not that vibe. You know, you be some places you don't want people when you as soon as you pull your camera out, start filming, people start paying attention to you. You be some places you don't want people paying attention to you. You know what I mean? That's why most of my walk and talks are in nature. You give me a nice trail, middle of nowhere, nobody around. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Pull my camera out. Or you give me a decent like in Bozeman. I used to do a lot of walk and talks in town. It's Bozeman. Like everybody's chilling, everybody's speaking. Hey, how you doing? Great. Hey, everybody looking out for you. Um, Not in Bozeman now. you know, and I do want to get back to doing more walk and talks. But yeah, I would love to have done one here, but I just don't think it's gonna. The lady in Target? No, I didn't make a move. Nah, I gave up. I said I was stressing myself out. Why? So what? She was cute. Whatever. I'll tell you, I'm big on sitting with stuff and just analyzing it and then letting go of it. I'm like, yeah, it'd been cool to maybe, but I'm like, I asked her out. She says yes. Then after we have to like go out, and then that's what I mean. I'm staying single. I think is a lot easier for me because like I'm like I don't really know if I want the hassle of dating. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's like yeah. I'm like if I'm stressing myself, oh, I gotta ask this woman out. To what end? Like, yeah, I just gave up. I gave up. Wonder why they hit that. Oh, dang it! I meant to hit show. They hit a comment, and I meant to hit show, and I hit hide by accident. This one, I know why they hit it. That let you talk crap about me. Yeah, Danielle, I was out and about this week, so I didn't get a chance to do the scheduled videos. We're gonna try to bring it back next week. If I start doing more traveling, it won't be the weeks I'm home. The weeks I'm home, I definitely want to, schedule when possible. Have some topics ahead of time. But if I start back doing a bit of traveling, because like this is September typically, is when my travel season starts. So if I start, being out and about, well, it's harder to do that. But yeah, I won't. When I'm home, I like to do that. Think it was a cat in another life, possibly, possibly. Man, I'm very. I think the older I get and haven't been alone so long, like you immediately, because of just human nature, have these thoughts. It goes back to what I was talking about earlier. You have these thoughts about, oh, I want to be with somebody, I want to do that. But then when I stop and think about it, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, do I really? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like meeting people. I like meeting women at like work or something like that, so you can really get to know them. And then over time, you might be like, you know what? She is cool enough that like I'd like to bring her into my life or attempt it. See if she'd be willing to bring me into hers. But just like randomly walking up and like asking somebody out or on the internet or whatever, I'm like, I don't even want to go through the process of getting to know them if it's like not going to work out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, the Noble Nomad, Simple Natural Black Life. I will take full responsibility for that. It was just a little too much for me to do. They were still down to do it, and it just kind of was a little too much for me to do. Especially because I was going through a weird funk at the time, and like, so that was my fault. That was my fault. Yeah, that's why the Noble. I mean, I mean, it's not definitely dead, 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 but we just haven't done it in a while because it's just too much for me to do. Okay, this is getting. I'm bored. I'm bored with that. Okay, sorry, I was muttering to myself. I'll be reading comments, and sometimes people just be saying stuff, and it's not funny. I sound tired. Probably because I'm being a little less vocal because I'm in a hotel hostel. So I'm not. If I'm home, I'm very. But like I can't be. I'm trying to keep my voice a little low, not be like as demonstrative because I'm sure they can hear me possibly next door. So I'm good. I mean, I'm wonderful. Like I'm up. But I'm kind of, yeah. So if you don't see me being my normal, self, it's just kind of, I'm chilling. And I haven't had caffeine in about 2 weeks, so that does make a difference. That does make a difference. I've noticed when I had a nice huge coffee sitting in front of me, fully caffeinated, I was. But like when I've noticed when it's just water, I'm just kind of yeah. Which I got to work on that. I got to figure out a way to be more animated, more hype without the caffeines. Jamonde heard that hostels can get freaky deaky. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I be in my own room. I got my own room, so like I don't run into nobody. So I'm sure they do get with it. Yeah, I be chilling. Like me. Y'all know me. I don't really kick it with people. Like I come in, I go in my room. People be in the lobby, in the kitchen area. I don't know. Yeah. KJ Mack. I kind of like a bit of both. I like to have some things scheduled, but I also like different stuff. I'm kind of either way. Like I don't know if I like one more than the other. I kind of like a bit of both, I think. Ladies first, how you doing? Yeah, Dina, I've been doing good on the caffeine. I'm proud of myself. Proud of myself. Kind of miss it, but but you know what I mean. Like, there's all kinds of things in life you gotta give up. I mean, you don't have to, but if there's certain things you want to achieve, or if you feel like certain things aren't good for you, sometimes you got to give things up. Quitting drinking taught me that. So you know, yeah, yeah. A lot of people when they find out I'm quitting coffee have been telling me like coffee's actually good for you. Possibly. Um, I don't think it was good for me though. So we all have different bodies. B vitamin, ginseng. Okay, okay. I'm gonna look into it. Davis, nice. Just quit your job. Um, about to find a seasonal job. Cool, 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 cool. Awesome, awesome. Dodo. No. In real life, socializing is hard for me. On the internet, it's easy. Like because there's like nobody here. It's the actual presence of people that gets online. It don't. Yeah, I don't care online. I don't even know if I would call it online extroversion. Like, you know what I mean? Because like I'm actually not, or maybe it is. I don't know. But yeah, online it don't. I can talk all day. It's nothing. But yeah, in real life it's draining. Mike Black, the best place to message me would probably be Instagram. I will admit I'm way behind on my comments. I gotta get caught up on that. I keep saying that and then not doing it. But yeah. And honestly, the messaging goes back to the introversion. Like when I have to make myself make time because like, and this sort of contradicts what I was saying earlier, but like the messaging, I have to get myself in a place where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna because that's like intrusion, not intrusion. That's probably the wrong word, but you mean it's interaction on some level. So I have to make myself set aside time to do the messaging, even though I love reading my messages. It is, and a lot of it too is, um, and like I said, I love getting messages. Please keep sending them. But a lot of the messages I get are very deep, and so I can't just when I do my messages. Sometimes it takes like it's people asking questions and I have to be in the right space because you don't just want to like write anything back. So like I have to be in that right zone. So sometimes I'll wait until I'm like, what, today I can get on there, I can knock out 20 messages, and be there. So but I'm gonna get to them. So yes, Instagram is probably the best place. Yeah, I mean New Orleans is interesting. It's an adventure. Get back to that solitude of Alaska. I keep saying I'm gonna go to Alaska this year. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna go in the winter. If I go, I'm gonna go in the winter time because ain't nobody gonna be there. No, Diane going live is for me like live is I love it. Like I would honestly between the two, I love recording videos and editing and uploading, but I honestly like live better, like more. Yeah, if given the choice between the two, most times I would pick live. Um, yeah, I mean recording a video is cool because you can set up the shots and blah 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 and you can edit and you can add, so it's cool. It's a different way of delivering the message that I enjoy, but like live there's just no comparison to like the on spot interaction. I can't pay somebody in India to handle my messages Monday. Like I was saying, like people message me like serious stuff. Like I get a lot of things about sobriety. Like I can't, people message me stuff that they want me to answer. So like I can't pay some other people maybe, but like I can't pay somebody to answer a heartfelt message, or I never would. I could, but I never would pay somebody to answer like a heartfelt message someone sent me. Like I would never do that. I would rather just not answer as opposed to, pretending. Like I would never do that. Pretend like someone pretending it's me, and that's like nah, no. I would, as bad as it sounds, I would rather never answer than have somebody else answer for me, because like that's not genuine. Not to mention, what would they say? You know what I mean? So like, yeah. I know celebrities do that type of stuff, but like once again, people are messaging celebrities like, "Oh my god, I love your music. You changed my life." Like anyone can message back, "Oh, that's awesome." But like if someone's like, "Hey, Tim, got a quick question. I'm on week 2 of sobriety, struggling with blah blah blah. Any advice?" Like some messenger is going to be like, "Oh, I got this." You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. No, I've never done any acting, Diane. I secretly, as we all do, I'll be the first to admit everyone says this, but I secretly think I would be a I think I could do some acting with the right like coaching and stuff. I think I could do some acting. I'm telling you, I think I could. But everyone thinks that, so take it with a grain of salt. But I think I could. Why did they be blocking some interesting comments on here? There's nothing that need to be blocked about. Hey, thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Jim Monday. I don't think I'll ever get 1 million followers. I mean, I'd be doing the same. I mean, the day could come when I can't get to all my messages, and then I just be like, "Hey, I can't get to all my messages." Um, but yeah, I don't know if I'd ever get to 1 million. If it happens, cool. But like, honestly, that's not a that's not a goal right now. Ooh, people saying, "Okay, think I can be a good actor." Okay, thank you. I've always been like, man, I would love to just try it one time, just to see. I think I'd be a good actor. Yeah, I mean, not reading any good books right now. No, no, no. Well, I just bought last week the Nomad Capitalist book, but I haven't been reading it because I've been out and about. But yeah, and that's a very like specific book. Um, if you're into that type of stuff. But I haven't been doing a lot of reading lately. Yes, a virgin daiquiri. I don't drink, so yeah, yes, goddess, a virgin daiquiri. You know, 4 years sober, so we can't mess that up. Yeah, Leo, I guess I could go to an audition. I don't know. Just never. I've always wanted to, but it's nothing. It's something I never looked into it. Never really, and part of that too is because I'm an extreme introvert. So you know, I definitely wouldn't do live theater. If I could be in a commercial or something, yeah. But I don't think I'd want to do live theater. No. Live streaming is very different than like I don't want an audience in person. Man, there's so many sirens out here. KJ Max says, "How often do you do something you don't really want to do in order to earn money or accomplish goals? How much of your time is spent doing what you want?" I have to say, KJ Mac, I am blessed that currently, um, and this could change, but currently, I really don't have to do a lot I don't want to do. You know, only time I would say these days I have to do something I don't really want to do is like health stuff. Like, oh, you gotta go to the doctor, you gotta go to the dentist. You know what I mean? That type stuff in life. Um, but as far as just like majorly doing things I don't want to have to do, like, I mean, as it comes to to making money and paying the bills, I love YouTube. You know what I mean? So I love creating content. So I'm blessed to be able to do that. Um, for the majority of my income. So that's, like I said, that could change. It definitely wasn't always like that, but these days, most of what I do is what I want to do. And it's part of the reason I preach this freedom message and like living your life, because it is such a great feeling. It is such a great feeling to get up in the morning and to be able to spend the majority of your day doing what you want to do. Like it's like, and that's how I know, I'm like, oh, this is how we're supposed to live. Having lived the other way and now living this way, I'm like, oh, this is how we're supposed to live. This is why so many of us like hate life, or think life is horrible, is because we're spending most of it doing things we don't want to do. And so that's why I'm always like, live your life, do what you want to do. It's even if in the beginning it's rough, you got to sacrifice some stuff. I'm telling you, it is worth it. It is worth it to spend the majority of your time doing what you want, having the freedom to do what you want. Like that's the game. That's the game right there. So yeah, I'm blessed to say, been able to, for a while now, just kind of do what I want. So it's cool. It's pretty cool. It's cool. It's cool. Am I lying? Pre-orders for the book of Timmons. I'm telling you, when I get the book, y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna know it's gonna be. It's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna be very disappointed if I write my book and it's not good. Y'all go, hey Tim, we bought it to support you, but it's trash, bro. Oh shit! Wow. I thought my chair had a back. It doesn't. Almost fell. Whoo! Almost fell over. I literally almost fell over. This chair has no back to it. It just has like a little bitty back like that. It's a weird chair. I'll show you. It's this. It just has this little bitty back and almost fell over. Wow. And I'm sitting on a pillow. That was scary. Okay. Yeah, tremendous. It got me, boy. It got me. It got me. That swamp booty. Um, EB, like I've always been an introvert, but like, it wasn't until later in life that I discovered the term. Like you just do in life, you just do what you do. You just are who you are. And like as a kid, you don't think about it. You don't label it. You just do. So in hindsight, I look back and I'm like, oh yeah, I've always been an introvert. Um, but it wasn't until probably, my adult years or whatever that I'm like, oh, I'm this thing called introvert. Um, yeah, but like, as a kid, I mean, and a good part of it was, and I said this in my introvert stream, that did very well. I was a lot of introverts out there, did not know. But mom really wasn't big on letting me play with certain kids and all that. So and if she had let me, I still wouldn't have. I would have played with the neighborhood kids a little more, but I like being inside. Like I like playing by myself. Like I like reading books. Like I just always preferred my own company. So yeah. Alvin, I don't really care for amusement parks, so no, I don't go to them alone. No, I do want to go to Disney World just to go, but I won't probably ride no rides. I just want to walk around Disney World. Ricky, I don't really have any controlling people in my life. So hang on, I gotta block somebody. Hold on. I don't really have any controlling people in my life, so that's how I handle them. I just don't pay them any attention. Like who's gonna control me? Like, I just don't listen to them. You know. So Michaela, yeah, this is my first time, and I'm only here a few days, like 3 days. I could do that, Kelly. Extra. Yeah, I'd love to meet extra. Work my way up to a speaking zombie part. Blah. They be like, Tim, you're not showing your rings off. Okay, moving on. Ooh, I love being extra in Law and Order. I love being extra in Law and Order. Criminal Intent, that don't even come on no more. But that was a dang good show. Best Law and Order out there. Yeah, I'm telling you, the book title alone is gonna be. I told y'all. I killed the zombie sounds. I told y'all I'd be a good actor. The zombie sounds were impressive. I nailed it. It was like, we got to get this guy hired up. Blah. Could you imagine going to audition for like a zombie? They're like, all right, give us your best zombie. You're like, hold on. I couldn't do it. I'd be laughing too hard. They're like, I don't know. No. That was good, but I don't know if that was undead enough. It seemed like you were a little too dead. Like, can you really tap into the undead, the living dead? Can you? Sorry. Okay, moving on. See, I would love to go crazy with that, but I'm in this hostel. I can't be. Okay. I'd love to be in a Law and Order TV show. Denzel Washington said, "Hang around the barbershop, you're gonna get a haircut. Not if you don't pay. I gotta get myself an agent. Y'all see the skills? Yeah, that would be something I would like to do one day, just for funsies. Just look into what it'd be like to be an extra. Try to get an agent, get some headshots. That's the world's worst headshot. Oh, Alvin, I do not consider myself MGTOW. No, um, no. I just I don't like putting a lot of labels on myself. I think everyone should go their own way. So yeah, and I've said this many times. The MGTOW movement, there's a lot of like woman hate going on in there. Most of these MGTOW guys are anyway. So yeah, I just not. Yeah, I don't see the need to associate myself with that movement. No disrespect if someone is, but I'm not. Here, I think yeah, voiceovers I might could do okay with too. That's something else I want to really look into one day. Is yeah, I got all this bottom bunk, Nick. I got all this stuff that one day I want to look into. Ooh, you can get an agent online. These ooh, hmm. Amazon Audible. These are some good ideas. I have not thought about that. No, 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 no. Yeah, reading audio. I tried to like read some audiobooks do some audiobooks on my own. That stuff is hard. That stuff is hard. That stuff is hard. But I mean, it's doable, But it's a lot harder than it. Maybe it's easy for some people, but I kept messing up. And like, if you mess up halfway through the paragraph, you got to start the whole paragraph over because it ruins the flow. I mean, yeah, you could cut and paste, but then, so you got to start the whole paragraph over, and Yeah, I was a lot. I was like, man, this. I was just doing it for some videos. What was I reading? Like something by Seneca, some Stoic, one of the Stoic books. I was like, oh, I can read this, put it on the internet. Man, just like a little 2 paragraph thing was taking me forever because you get all the way to the end and mess up. Like you get to the end and you like get excited about being at the end and you mess up the last word. Ugh. Yeah, appreciate you saying that, M. Scott. Appreciate that. I mean, if we get to 1 million followers, cool. You know, I mean, it's a possibility, but it's not really something I'm shooting for. Part of my thing is I talk about too many different topics. This is why sometimes and I appreciate people say, "Oh, you're going to get there, you're going to get there," and I'm not purely out of humility saying, "I don't know." I just realized too that the fact that I talk about so many different things will always keep my subscriber numbers a little lower than they could be. Like if you talk about one thing, it's easier to grow your subscriber numbers because everybody who tunes in, if all you talk about is tacos, everybody who tunes in knows they're getting a video about tacos. Even if I don't feel like watching that taco video today, Tim always talks about tacos. Cool. I talk about so many different topics that a lot of times people subscribe and then they'll see a video about something else and they're like, I didn't sign up for this. So they unsubscribe. I get that a lot. Or they go check my channel out. They're like, this guy's all over the place. So the fact that I talk about so many topics keeps my numbers lower than they could be. So that's why sometimes I'm like, I don't know if it's going to, because I refuse to stop talking about all the topics I want to talk about. You know me. Yeah, I'm stubborn. Whisper of Love. I have not seen the movie Prey on Hulu. I won't watch it. Hey, Dorothea. Yeah, I have a window. Actually, a pretty big window. Tremendous. Hey, if the job is making you depressed, you got to ask yourself. I understand quitting is a scary thing, totally. But if you got a year's salary saved up, over on the side, you got money coming in from a job that seems like it's depressing you from the way you stated it. And over here is the fear that something possibly bad could happen. You know what's going to happen over here. The job is part of your depression. If the job is causing the depression, you know if you stay there, you're going to be depressed. Over here, you have no clue what could happen. Now as humans, for some reason, we always conjure up the worst possible thing. But even if something bad did happen, if you quit, if the depression goes away, it makes it worth it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I would look at it. Over here, what's going to happen? Over here, you might be scared, a little fear of the unknown. We all go through that. But there's nothing that says anything bad is going to happen. And there's nothing that says that even if there are some ups and downs, if you quit, that it's not going to be better than the guaranteed depression. So that's how I look at it. No, I don't keep in touch with Coach Greg Adams. We just, had that little exchange, and then nah. After that, we haven't really talked. I wouldn't say that those channels peak faster and taper compared to steadier growth from Variety, because a lot of those channels have steady growth. You know what I mean? If you can talk about one thing, but if you keep it interesting and fresh and new, you'll have steady growth. You know what I mean? So that's the move, is to pick one topic and just put all your focus on that and just keep that topic fresh and new. That's the move. That's how you grow, because everybody who likes that comes for that. Um, Variety, while it can be like more interesting, also pushes people away. Because some people are like, I didn't sign up for this. I don't want to watch this. So yeah, the move is to one thing. Now the struggle is when you just have one thing you talk about is how to keep it fresh and new. But if you master that, then like that's how you grow quickly. Love you too, ladies first. Make that listy list. How brave am I from 1 to 10 on most days? I think it depends on the situation. Some things I'm a 9. Some things I'm about a 7. I think it depends on the situation. Um, what you put in front of me. You know, Tatonka, yeah, I do miss Montana. I do miss Montana. Um, I do, which is crazy because it's probably the first place I ever missed. Like, yeah, because I don't miss places. I just go places and whatever. But like, I miss Montana. I do. But the day will come. Maybe I'll go back. But yeah, I do miss Montana. Like, yeah. Philip said, "Be safe. It's hurricane season." We ain't worry about that. But we didn't been through many of them. We didn't been through many of them. I'm from Florida. Hurricane season is that's regular. uh, Sammy B, I have no clue how to keep a job for the long run. I'm the wrong person to ask that one. I don't I keep a job a year and a half. That's forever to me. Like I'm I can't help with that one. No clue. I don't know how people do it. You want to be? You've been there 5 years? What? Like what? Like I just start. It just feels like the walls are closing in if I stay somewhere too long, and I'm thinking about staying longer. I'm like, I only got like 80 years in this life, and I'm gonna be here 10 years. Like, what am I? You know what I mean? I just don't have that type of personality. You know, I'm trying to see more, experience more. Like, if I'm at a job for long term, that means I had to stay in that city long term. Like, you know what I mean? If I had a reason, I know for me, like if I had kids or wife, something like that, I was like, all right, even though I'm staying in the city long term at this same job, I'm doing it because when I get home, blah blah blah. The bigger picture is my family. The jobs helps me achieve this great family life. But when you don't have that, like, what am I working here for? So yeah, it's yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I don't know how people do it. I think some people are just natural long term thinkers, right? So I think some people just naturally just see long term. I'm short term. I mean, I've been here 3 months. That's why seasonal work works so good for me, because I'm like 4 months, I'm ready to go. Have ever been EB? What do you mean? Have ever been spotted out? What do you mean? Like recognized? Oh yeah. I Well, see, I do a lot of content on seasonal work, and so I got recognized quite a bit at like seasonal jobs because people would see the video and then apply it like the places I was talking about, and then when I went back, they'd see me. So I probably got recognized more than normal just because of that. Um, so yeah, at my seasonal jobs, I got recognized a lot because a lot of people are like, oh, I came here because of you. Wow. But like in real life, out and about, every now and then somebody recognizes me, but not a lot. But at seasonal jobs, I do. Yeah, no, we still living the alcohol free life. 4 years. It's been 4 years. In July, it was 4 years. So yeah, man, I got no plans. Honestly, I don't even think about it. Like, I'm blessed to say that, like, and this is why I love saying this. It can get to a point where like alcohol is just like not in my life. You know what I mean? So like, I don't even think about it no more. You know, it just doesn't. I was walking down Bourbon Street the other day, everybody partying, drinking, whatever. Like you know, it just don't. It's it's like a breakup. Eventually, enough time passes that like you just don't. It's not a part of your life anymore. You just don't think about it. There's no desire anymore. Alvin, I don't take the Greyhound bus anymore. Just because I think I did my time on the Greyhound. Not saying I never would, but while I'm blessed to be able to fly or take the train or drive, I'm gonna do that. Because yeah, Greyhound is some hard travel. Greyhound is some hard travel. So yeah, glad you like the videos though. Ricky, I've always been a good saver. Like no one ever came. I remember like my first job, like I saved all my money. Like no one ever told. Like it hadn't occurred to me. Then one day I was like, wait a second. I just naturally always saved. Like my first job, I just saved all my money, bought a car. No one told me to. You know what I mean? Just one day I went to my mom and was like, hey, I think I got enough for a car. And she's like, well, my uncle was a mechanic, and she's like, well, I'll call your uncle and see what he can. He found a nice car for me. So yeah, I just naturally, I think it helps that I don't really what I'm gonna spend my money on. You know, yeah, I don't really dress that cool. Like I'm single. I like to travel. I spend money on travel, but other than that, yeah, I just kind of I would much rather save it and spend it on something I really liked as opposed to just like blowing money. But I think that's just one of those things some people are born with, and I think some people are born the opposite where they like to blow it. So I think it's just you know, some people struggle with that more because they just naturally like to blow money. Black butterfly. The heat is yeah, like I was saying earlier. The heat's not. It's the humidity that's getting me. It's hot in Denver. You know what I mean? It's 98, 99 degrees up in Denver where I'm from. So like I think it's hot everywhere this year. It's that humidity's getting me a little bit. A little bit. The humidity's kind of got me. With the booty sweats. But I mean we enjoying it. We enjoying it. It's an experience. We enjoying ourselves. You know. It's now I know. Now I know. Coach Terry, I would not mind having someone to share some of this traveling with. That'd be cool. That would be cool. I'd love solo travel. I just, as it is now, like I have to solo travel because nobody to travel with. It'd be cool every now and then to be able to take a trip with someone. But like the choice of not traveling or solo travel, I'm a solo travel, and I still enjoy myself. I still have fun. I don't sit around like feeling lonely. Like if I'm traveling, it's an adventure. I'm out. Even when I'm not traveling, I try to make my life an adventure. So I don't really like get lonely. You know, but I do recognize that like, hey, this might be a different adventure if someone came along with me. But like, I feel like loneliness. I just don't. That's just a feeling. So like, you can push that aside. I think sometimes we wallow in the loneliness. But yeah, I just I do what I do, and if the universe feels a need to send me someone to travel with, cool. Until then, we doing it solo. We out here. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna jump off. Thank y'all so much for spending some of your Wednesday with your boy. About to go down, get us some Chinese food, enjoy the rest of our evening, try to stay about this heat, this humidity. Hopefully, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. I love each and every one of y'all. Talk to y'all later.